Hi there, I'm Adrian, and in this lesson I'm looking at how to play Cliff Gallup's classic first solo from the Gene Vincent tune Race with the Devil. And it really is a brilliant guitar solo to learn. It will provide you with a kind of compendium of loads of classic rock and roll licks. I think as a guitar player I don't actually know how to play that many of other people's guitar solos from start to finish. I think mainly because it takes ages to do that properly and to really get inside somebody else's style, and for the most part I'd rather just learn other people's licks and concepts rather than entire solos. But there are a few great solos which I really do think are worth learning all the way through, and I would include this one amongst those. So it really will repay the effort you put into learning this one, I think. So let's see how it's done. So let me take you through the solo phrase by phrase. We're in the key of E, and the chords we're playing over are basically a 12-bar blues in the key of E. And most of the solo is played in and around the 12th position, and we're really sort of playing chord tones in this solo rather than thinking in terms of any particular scale type. I think that's certainly the way I think about it. So I'm going to just start with a few pickup notes which lead into the first lick of the solo proper. You're going to need to play the 5th fret on the 2nd string twice, then the 12th fret on the 2nd string, hammering onto the 14th fret, and then finally the 12th fret on the 1st string. And it's played with quite a syncopated rhythm, so we're placing those notes on off beats like this. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that leads us to our first proper lick of the solo, which really is a classic rockabilly phrase. It's the lick that goes like this. And we've got this kind of double pull-off repeating phrase happening here. If you play the 15th fret on the high E string, pulling off to the 14th fret, and then pulling off again to the 12th fret. I'm doing that with my 3rd finger to 2nd finger to index finger. You could get your little finger involved here as well if you want to. I personally find it easier to use my strongest 3 fingers. So we play that 3-note motif, and then we're just playing the same thing on the 2nd string, and then we're repeating that idea. And I think we've got a couple of bars of that idea, so we're going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then on the last beat of that 2nd bar we're just going to play the 14th fret on the 2nd string and the 12th fret on the 2nd string, and then the lick continues. We're playing the 12th fret on the 1st string, 14th to 12th on the 2nd string. Then we've got a couple of double stops. I'm playing the 14th fret on both the 2nd and 3rd strings, just playing both those notes with my 3rd finger, which is kind of flattened down over the 2 notes. Then I'm playing the 12th fret on the 2nd and 3rd strings. Again, just pressing both those notes down with my index finger this time. So that entire phrase slowly goes like this. And if you're being really pedantic, for the first little pull-off phrase, you can't really hear that middle note on the recording. It's more like you're just hearing the first and last notes of that triplet. So it's more like this, and then it goes into the triplet. So if you want to be absolutely faithful to the recording, that's what you're going to need to do. Now the second phrase goes like this. And we're starting off by playing the 12th fret on the 2nd string, and I'm just gliding into that note with the whammy bar here. So as I play that note, I'm just depressing the, I don't know if you can see my whammy bar here, just depressing the bar, and then as I play it, I'm coming up to pitch there, just to smoothly glide into the note. Then I'm playing the 14th fret on the 3rd string, 12th fret on the 3rd string, and I'm hammering on to the 13th fret on the 3rd string. So far. Next I'm playing the 12th fret on the 2nd string, then the 13th and the 14th. Then I'm playing the 12th on the high E string. So now we've got some more double stops. I'm playing the 14th fret on the 2nd string together with the 15th fret on the 1st string. Then I'm playing the 14th fret on both the 1st and 2nd strings. Then I'm playing the 12th fret on the 1st, 2nd and 3rd string. So we've got a little 3-note kind of triad there. I guess it's an E minor triad you're playing there. So we've got then I'm putting my 2nd finger down at the 13th fret on the 3rd string. I'm still holding down the 12th fret on the 1st and 2nd strings. I'm playing those 3 notes together. Then I'm catching the high E string one more time, playing the 14th fret on the 2nd string, and then I'm removing that my 3rd finger there, which was playing that note, and I'm just playing the 12th fret on the 1st and 2nd strings again. So sounds a bit complicated when I break it all down like that, but it's not as complicated as it sounds. Let me just play that whole phrase slowly, and we've got one more time. And then with that last little figure, I think you can just let those notes ring into each other where possible, and it helps knit the whole thing together a little bit. Next phrase sounds like this. We're starting off with a little bend here, the 14th fret on the 2nd string, just bending that up 1 fret, so it's C sharp being bent up to a D. Then I'm playing that same note unbent, moving to the 12th fret on the 2nd string, followed by the 14th fret on the 3rd string, the 12th fret, hammering on to the 13th fret, still on the 3rd string, 12th fret on the 2nd string, 14th fret on the 2nd string, then the 12th fret on both the 1st and 2nd strings together, and then just playing the 12th fret on the 2nd string 2 more times. So once more slowly. And rhythmically, again, this is quite syncopated, so we're playing that first bent note on an offbeat, and I think if we were to count through this lick, you're coming in on the and of 3, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Again, I'll try and put the full tab and music to this solo up on my website, so it might be helpful if you follow along there just to see the exact rhythms of this written down. And also, of course, listen closely to the original recording. That's absolutely the best way to get the right feel and the right rhythm for something like this. On to the next phrase, which really is a Cliff Gallup trademark phrase, this one. It's this ascending octave lick. And we're starting off at the 8th fret on the 4th string. I'm playing this with my 3rd finger, and I'm sliding up to the 9th fret. And straight after that, I'm playing the note at the 7th fret on the 1st string with my index finger. And that's the same note, an octave higher. So we have this. Incidentally, I'm picking the notes on the 4th string with my pick, and then I'm using the middle finger of my right hand to catch that top note. And then really we're just continuing that same idea higher up the neck. So pick the 4th string, slide, octave, pick, slide, octave, and so on. And then after you've made the slide from the 12th to the 13th frets, just going to play these couple of two-note shapes. It's the 11th fret on the first string played together with the 12th fret on the third string, and just moving that shape one fret higher. So we just going back home to that E chord kind of a sound. So once more, the entire phrase here goes like this. And the important thing here, I think, is that it's played with a regular eighth note, a swung eighth note kind of rhythm, even though it's a three-note phrase. So it's got that kind of three feel against a four rhythm, I suppose. So you're counting this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, and then you tumble out of that lick right on the downbeat. On to the final phrase in the solo then. It goes like this. And this will be familiar to you if you looked at the previous lesson on the verse part to this song. It actually uses an identical idea to one we came across there. It's based around this little two-note shape. It's the 13th fret on the third string and the 15th fret on the second string, playing those two notes together. Then I'm just lifting up my little finger and I'm playing the 12th fret on the second string, putting down my third finger at the 14th fret on the second string, and I'm playing that together with my second finger, which is still on the 13th fret of the third string. And then I'm lifting up my third finger to play the 12th fret on the second string again. So we have this. And I think that comes quite naturally. If you're playing that with a down, up of the pick, it all flows quite naturally. Then we're really just repeating the same idea. We're playing our first little two-note shape again. And if you like, you can just glide into that with your whammy bar. Then we're playing the 13th fret on the third string, 14th fret on the second string, 12th fret on the second string, back to the 13th fret and 14th fret shape, and then finally the 12th fret on both the first and second strings. So it's so that the whole of that last phrase goes like this. And if I just count you through the rhythm of that as well, 2, 3, 4, 1. Sorry, it comes in on beat 2, I think. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And there we have the final phrase. Why don't I just play the whole solo nice and slowly so you can hear how everything fits together. So from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that's it. I think if you do learn this solo note for note, all the licks, all of the rhythms and things, it really will give you a proper schooling in the rock and roll guitar style. It's a really worthwhile thing to do. So good luck with it. Hope you have a lot of fun trying to learn it. And if after that you still want even more Cliff Gallup, then I'm going to do one final lesson in this series where I'm going to look at the second guitar solo to this song, which is an equally great solo actually. So maybe I'll see you for that lesson as well. Bye bye.